Okay, good evening. I'd like to welcome all of us to this e-learning, wherever you are, at whatever time that you're watching it from or at. I'd like to take us through a very important guide that is going to help you in your e-learning journey. If you're in an online class or even in a physical class and your notes are posted online. So let me get into this. My name is Emmanuel Ouma. I'm the head of training at Kenya Institute of Business and Counseling Studies. And so let us get into this. E-learning is a very important platform whereby you'll be expected to post, or rather, to your notes will be posted there, your assignments, your cards, and all that. So I'd like to take you through every step. So one of the first things that you have to do is get into your browser on your phone or on your laptop. Just on the search bar, search for elearning.kibco.ac.ke as it has been highlighted up here, where I've just typed the elearning.kibco.ac.ke. Press enter. Once you press enter, this is a window that opens. So let it load. It's taking its time. That is the window that opens up. So, okay, 1 minute as it loads. Yes, so that is what happens. It's already logged in with my device. So let me just log out so that we can see the process of how it usually is. So once you click on the link, once you search on the e-learning, this is the landing page that it takes you through. So it requires your username and a password. So by default, your password will be your ID number, and your username is your admission number. So I'd like to use one of our students' credentials so that we are able to see how that happens. So just a minute as I sign in here and search for that student. Okay, so here we go. So the username we've said is your ID number. So search for the ID, or rather, your admission number. Uh, Type it there. Type your admission number there. Then the password you said is by default your ID number. So you still go to, I know you know all your ID. So I'm copying this password. Then click on login. Okay. Once you click on login, this is the landing page of the e-learning now after you've logged in. So how do I access the notes? Once you log in, go to the unit the notes have been uploaded under. For example, here, if I'd want to check on the notes under, just a minute, let me just close this tab. So I'd like to check notes under a specific unit. For example, let me say marriage and family. I just click on marriage and family counseling. There you find that the notes that you're looking for or that have been posted by your trainer, you'll find them there. So you can see here we have the timetable. Of course, this one is in PDF form, so it's able to open from the browser that I'm using. So that is the timetable that has been posted there. So the notes are down here. We have the attendance, the continuous assessment, and the notes are there. So you want to access the notes, just hover your cursor over it. When you see that line, click on it. When you click, what happens is it downloads the notes directly to your internal storage under the downloads folder. Now that's done. That's how you access the notes. As simple as that. To access the cards, how do I go around it? There's a card, not a card really, but I just uploaded some document here to guide us. So let me, for example, click on the provide guidance and counseling. Here, I'm able to log in and maybe scroll down. This is the written assessment they did. So if I want to access the assignment, what do? I come down here. That's where the assignment is. For example, the specific models, not quite the assignment, but you can see she was able to submit the assignment there. But how do you go around it? I'm looking for a unit that the assignment is yet to be submitted, so that we are able to see how that is done. So let me, for example, click on the marriage and family counseling here. So what happens here is, let me remove this submission, but let me just see what kind of, yes, let me just remove that. So if I want to upload the assignment, let me remove the submission so that we are able to see how it looks like. Okay, so 1 minute. So if you want now to access the assignment or the exam, what happens is you will come to your e-learning, click on that unit. For example, which unit are we at? We are on the marriage family counseling. So we can click on the marriage and family counseling. What we do here is you come down here on the written assessment, or is it a card, whichever. Hover your cursor over it, click on it, and this is the assignment that somebody is supposed to do. Okay, so if this is your assignment that you are going to do, you come and click on it. Okay, for example, provide marriage and family counseling. Click on it, it will download to your internal storage. You work on it either handwritten. If you're not a fast typer, handwrite it in 2 hours. Ensure that you're done with your exam, and now you save it, or rather scan it and save it to your device. After that is done, for those of us who are fast typers, if you've downloaded this document, what you do is you can put your answers on that same document, so that you just putting the enter, putting your content under the question 1, for example, under question 2, question 3. After you finish, save that document. Okay, after you finish, you need to convert it into a PDF for ease of marking. How do I convert into a PDF? That document, for example, you can come here on the search bar. You can search this, what we call I love PDF. There is this yenye huwa inatumika convert. Okay, so this is the home page. So just select the word file that you want to upload. It takes you to internal storage. Pick that document that you've saved, or the exam that you've done. For example, let me say I'm picking this, and it comes here. So once it comes here, what happens is you convert into a PDF. Once you convert into a PDF, you are able to download it. Okay, so you download that document, and then you can now go back to your e-learning. So your e-learning, you now come and add submission. Click on add submission. Okay, once you click on add submission, you'll have this window here, or with this page. There is this first icon, the add submission, and also there is this arrow facing downwards. So you can either use this first icon here, or use the arrow facing downwards, because sometimes this arrow might not appear. So if it's not appearing, use this icon here. So if I use this arrow, what happens is it wants me to choose the file. So I can click on, I can choose that file. Then it takes me to the internal storage. Of course, I click on that document and click on open. Once that is done, I just click on upload this file. So when I upload this file, of course, there are the types of documents that have been that are expected: document file, PDF, Word 207, and Word document. So if you try to if you take photos of the assignment, you won't be able to submit. So ensure that you scan into a PDF. Then you can save on changes. Once you save on changes, it is put here. It's as a draft. Sometimes we might require you to click all these buttons, but if not, if you click on changes, you'll find it submitted. Okay, so here you are able to confirm that you want to submit the assignment. So you click on submit assignment. If you selected the wrong document, ensure that you can have the edit submission, so that it takes you back to the internal storage. That's done. You can now click on submit assignment. It will require you to click here to acknowledge that this is your original work. So you're able to check on that mark and then click on continue. Okay, so once you continue, you can see it tells you that it has been submitted for grading. Remember, I only uploaded this for our learning purposes. So that is how you're able to submit the assignments. I hope that is okay for you who will be watching this. It's a very important guide. So that is with the e-learning portal. I'm submitting the assignments, and also downloading the notes that have been put there. That said, another important tool that you're supposed to know is your student portal, because that is where your details are. Now, for example, if now the student portal is also accessed the same way. So just let me add another tab here. Now for the students, instead of you just replace the e-learning with students, a student with an S, you have to end with S, because it's a portal for all the students. So if I click on students, you see what happens here. Of course, I've been searching for it for some time. So you can see students, .kibco.ac.ke, you can put /login. Okay. Now you click on enter. Once you've done that, it requires you to log in using your credentials. Credentials is your admission number and your ID number as well, unless you've changed your password. So I still come back and use this students portal here so that you're able to see. So if I paste that admission number, then I come to the same, I just need to copy the password. Copy the password, come and paste it here, and then you can click on sign in. So when you sign in, this is your landing page as well. This is your landing page. And for you to access all the other resources, you can click on show more. So click on show more. For online unit registration, you just click here and you register for the units. For example, now for her, the online unit registration has been turned off because the deadline has passed. If I am to activate that, let me just activate that so that we are able to see how that happens. Let me just come and activate that unit registration so that we are good to see how we are able to access. So evening online, that is my August, maybe from 18th and to, let me say, 15th of next month. Okay, so that's done. I can just come back now to her portal. I can refresh so that she is able to register for the units. You see now it's activated. So she clicks here. Which units is she doing in the next semester? Let me see the units she's doing. But before that, I just have to also have them on offer for a minute there. Okay. But I can use somebody else's so that it doesn't take a lot of time. Let me just use somebody else's, which I know has been activated. So let me just log in here. Let me use this other person's details. Okay, so let me just log out and then log in another person's account here. Some minute here. The password is, I hope she hasn't changed the password. Can only hope. Okay, yes, that's okay. So let's use these other ones so that we do not go for so we do not go to for many details here. So a minute here, I can see here it's auto updated itself. So let me just change. So let me just refresh here. Okay, so click here on the online unit registration. After clicking on show more, you click on online unit registration. Virtual campus, she's getting into the December semester. So she will click here. She's going to be doing semester 4. So semester 4 units for them, the cycle 2, she'll be doing medical conditions, she'll be doing addiction and also entrepreneurial skills. Once she's done that, you just come and click to save registration. Now you've registered but you've not confirmed. So click here. This is the final step. So when she clicks here, the units will be registered under her name. So that's how you register for the units. Okay. So to check here, so the enrolled units, I'll be able to see them here. These are the ones we have just uploaded right now. Of course, she's yet to start the semester 5 because they are just doing their exams right now. But because they are starting semester 5 in September, we can still, she is registered for those units. So that's how you're able to register for the units. One other thing is if you want to download your exam card, you can always download it from here, from your student portal. For those in day classes, you download, this is your student ID, I'm sorry, this is student ID, and you can laminate it so that you have it always on you or with you, whichever the English that we use. Okay, then fee statement, I won't open this is confidential. So the fee statement you're able to check. You're able to also evaluate the trainer. What units am I doing? You come and evaluate the trainer there. One other thing is, in case you want to download your exam card, you're just able to come and download the exam card from here, and you'll be able to see it. I don't want to download that. The examination results, you can see them from here. And also, in case you want to use the e-learning and you don't want to go through all the process of going to elearning.kibco, you can still log into your student portal and you click here. Once you click, it takes you to it logs you in automatically into your e-learning portal. Yes, so that said, you can also, in case you want to change your password, you can always change your password from the student portal. So you can never change your password from the e-learning. The only place you can change your password from is the student portal. So if you don't want your ID number to be your password, just come and change your password from the student portal. And when you change it from here, it affects even the e-learning. So the password that you use for the for the student portal is the same password you'll be using for the e-learning. This is for graduation application and all that. So that is basically what e-learning is, and also registration of units, checking of your fees. You can check them from here, evaluating trainers before the exams, because after evaluation is where now you're able to download the exam card. Without evaluating the trainer, you won't be able to get the exam card. So this also for the physical classes. So that means that when you're coming for the exam, physical exam, you download your exam card. So that means you'll have to have evaluated your trainer in all the units that you're going to do, and then you'll be able to download that exam card, which will present it to your trainer as you get into do your exams. And also that means before you do your exam, you need to have cleared the fees for that module. So we need to remember that, or else you won't also be able to upload or download the exam card. So that is it. You can have a listening anytime you want, so that it's beneficial to you. And like I said, my name is Emmanuel. In case of any questions, you can always contact my office. Thank you and have a good day ahead.